Hi, I'm Chris Novotny from OCP Robotics.
Hello, I'm Ian from OCP Robotics. I'm the head programmer. And today, we're doing an OCP tips video.
Today we're going to talk about certain tips that we've learned throughout our years of FTC competing on what you can do to improve your first experience.
Hello.
In this film section, we're going to talk about how to keep your motor leads on the motors without them falling off from being beaten in the game. What you're going to need for this is a small strip of non-slip and a zip tie. To keep this on, when your motor leads are exposed like this, another robot can easily come by and knock them off. And then you have no power to your drive. So
That's bad.
it's very bad. You can't move or turn. So with this, to keep this on, once you put your motor lead on, what you're going to want to do, you're going to take a strip of non-slip padding, wrap it around the edge of the motor, and then run your zip tie through it
That'll keep it on there.
to keep on the non-slip. Make sure it's all tight, so it's pulling the clip in, and just tighten up your zip tie, and now it's not going to come off. So during competition, no matter how hard you get beat there, you're still going to have power to your motor.
Great tip.
Yes. In this video section, we're going to explain the importance of making sure your robot is balanced. If your robot's not balanced, as if the center of gravity is more towards one side than the other, there's going to be more friction and more strain on the drive motors on that particular side.
And it will make programming difficult for me.
Yes, it's going to cause the robot to tend to drift in one direction. So, just like in automotive engineering, you want to make sure you want to have the center of gravity low and towards the center of the robot as possible. That maximizes your turning ability and prevents you from being flipped over. Yeah.
Good deal.
This video brought to you by the letter Batman symbol. In this section of clip, we're going to show you the difference between having a square frame robot and making sure it's rigid using trusses. If you just have a square, even if you tighten it, after a while of bashing into other robots and obstacles, your frame's going to start to misshape itself, cause itself to deform out of shape because squares are not naturally very rigid. Now, if you use a triangle instead, all the distances are fixed from each other, and the angles cannot change. And no matter how you push on this, it's not going to deform. So in order to make sure your robot's steady, what you need to do, you need to have bracing. So what you want to do when you build your robot, you make sure that your robot is square. So we use an angle here to make sure that everything lines up. And when it does, then what we do, we use a bar or some other bracing, and be sure to attach it on using screws, as you would probably do anyway. And so that will prevent this angle here from ever changing no matter how many times you get beat. And you want to make sure you do that on all possible dimensions too. You want to be able to do that on the back, on both sides, and basically the more triangles the better. It makes your robot rigid and prevents it from deforming and causing any unwanted clearances to occur, which would result in bad things happening.
I don't know what I'm doing here, but at least I'm learning.